All right, guys. Good morning. Well, it's morning here. I'm Andrew from 510 Books. I'm in my warehouse. This is my warehouse where I store everything that I have for sale on Amazon and eBay. Most of what you see behind me is for sale on eBay. Over here, I've got some CDs on Amazon, and then this whole shelf is Amazon as well. But the rest of it that you see, all the books, DVDs, CDs, records, that's most of it, is on eBay. I even have lots at the very bottom. So this is all individual stuff here. I have it organized by shelf, etc. You know, from 1 to 14, and then over here is alphabetical because these are the older ones that I listed on eBay a long time ago. And then further down here, I have not this. This is all lots. I don't yet have shelving for it, but that's okay. It's working out for now. It's a bit of a mess, but it's okay. Have it against the wall. And then I have all this extra shelving to grow into for eBay as I continue to list more and grow the eBay side of my business. This is all extra inventory I haven't gone over yet. Blu-rays, CDs, and this whole table is future lots locally or for eBay that I'm building. But the main point of this video is sharing what I sold over the weekend. It is Monday. What is it? Monday or September 8th, 2025. It is about 8:30, 8:40 in the morning, and I already pulled everything that I sold over the weekend from the shelves here. I had 2 lots and the rest were individual items, so I'll share that with you. I've seen some YouTubers where they show you that as they're walking around and pulling stuff and whatnot, and I thought about doing that after I'd already done it, or as actually when I was in the middle of it. I may or may not do it in the future, but all this stuff I moved down from my other bookstore location, and it was quite a task, but it's really nice to be in this space and to be able to just clearly see where everything is and have even more shelving, more space to move into. So over here is where I have everything that's sold. I have it all lined up, nice and pretty. From the left to the right is the order in which it's sold on eBay. As you can see, I have books, a book lot. I have a big VHS tape lot. About a lot of other media. So let's dive right into it. My focus is on eBay is mostly books, CDs, and DVDs, but I also do sell some VHS tapes, some random other media, like you might see a laser disc, you might see a cassette tape, occasionally a video game, if it's something that's super high profit, or something I don't feel that'll sell for good enough money in my store. As an example of that, from the recent video game lot that I bought locally, I shared that with you guys a couple videos ago recently, and I did find a PC game in there. It was something like Need for Speed Underground 2, I think is what it was called, and I knew it was one that I couldn't sell for the amount of money I could get on eBay in my store, so I put it on eBay. It sold within a couple of days for $35 plus shipping. I didn't share it in the video, but that's an example of a video game that I would sell on eBay versus in my store, where I don't have necessarily, people aren't going to pay that much. Like if it's something I can get $20 for, $15 for on eBay, I might just put it in my store. But getting $35, it makes more sense for me to put it on eBay, and also it's sold fast. So the first thing that sold is this lot of books, which comes from Warriors. If you've heard of these, they're basically books about cats. Warrior cats, so it's like fantasy, and this is the first 6 of this series, and it sold for $15.61, and this was a local buy this year back in May. I initially listed this for $21.99. It took 4 months to sell, and I sold it for less than I thought. However, these are the kind of, like, I won't say bread and butter, but this is an example of something that didn't sell super fast, like within a couple days, a couple weeks, even a month. I would say super fast is within like a couple of weeks. It's pretty fast. Super fast is obviously the same day. I mean, it depends on how you call it, what you call super fast. But for me, I tend to have a lot of items that take a little bit longer to sell. But listing a lot of those items, I get sales every day. So anyway, if you get that point. So this is one that wasn't a lot of money, but it did sell. And then I sold this one called The Fish is Red, the story of the secret war against Castro. and it sold for $18.90 plus shipping. I don't actually know where this originally came from, but based on the Post-it and me writing with that blue ink, I can tell you that's been listed for a few years, probably 2 to 3, maybe more. But $18.90 is a good sale. I always get a mixture of sales that are newer, a few months ago, and then ones that are potentially years old. But I don't mind, you know, an item I thought would sell quicker. If it sells for decent money, $18.90, I'm fine with it. Depends on how you want to run your business. But I also run discount sales, and I also, of course, take offers and promote a lot of items. This is the VHS tape lot. I don't know if you can see them all, but they're all they're all sealed. They're all sealed. There was 20 of them, and they sold for $16.32 plus shipping. Where do these come from? I don't know where these came from. Probably a donation would be my guess. The only commonality between all these VHS tapes was that they're sealed. So there wasn't a certain genre or anything like that. And I have found that even fairly large sealed VHS tape lots take a while to sell unless they are from this, they have some sort of commonality outside of being sealed. So the same series, the same genre, especially niche genres. Like if you have sealed horror tapes, it's gonna go super fast. If you have sealed punk rock, you know, concert VHS tapes, or they're all Metallica, or you know, they're all rap, or whatever it is, then that's probably going to sell quicker for sure than just sealed, period. So keep that in mind. It always depends on what it is. I sold this the Electrifying Johnny Cash, which is a collection of his records. And there's 4 of them. Yeah, there's 4. I Walk the Line, San Quentin, Mean as Hell, and Ring of Fire, the best of. So all of these are in this one box set, and it's, this was a local buy I made in May of this year. So it took about 4 months to sell. And it sold for $29.99. So I would definitely pick this up if you come across it. It happens to be in pretty good condition. The record, the sleeves, and the box are in good shape. So I'd say that's some good money. I spent $40 on the local buy. There was a ton of other stuff in there. And so that is definitely already profit. Calculus and Analytic Geometry, 4th edition. I don't remember off the top of my head what year this is from, but this is definitely an older textbook from 1969, and it sold for $29.99 plus shipping on eBay. This came from a local donation that I picked up a couple months ago from somebody that, anyway, they had a lot of books, and this was in there. Would you think this would be worth something? Ends up that it is, $30, really good sale. This is an example of something that just, you can look up quickly. Don't pass. So here's my advice, right? Some things don't change that much, like math. So older math textbooks can be worth money. Are all of them worth money? No. This is a book that is almost 60 years old, a textbook, but because it's calculus and geometry, which probably hasn't changed that much in that period of time, people still could be looking for it. Sold this DVD, Looney Tunes Mouse Chronicles, the Chuck James collection, for $14.19 plus shipping. This was a trade, it says. I'm not sure. It may have been a trade, but anyway, this happened to be on the wrong shelf, so I had to look for it, which I don't know why I do this sometimes, but you have brain farts. The Chuck Jones collection, I would look for those. There's a couple of those I've seen. They can go for good money. This one didn't sell for as much as I thought it would. I initially listed it for $20, but it still sold. And another one of those that might take a few months to sell, but it adds up over time. We have this book, The Undying Fire by Fletcher Pratt. 1st edition, sold for $13 plus shipping. This was actually a sci-fi book from my second bookstore location. Let's see, the date on this is 1953. So, thought I saw it being, no, it's not signed. But yeah, $13, so not a great sale in terms of money, but not a big sale. But again, these kind of bread and butter items that sell for between like around $15 to $25, if you have a lot of those, it adds up, and they'll come in pretty steady. Of course, I'm always going for higher priced items, but these other items that sell that take a little bit longer and don't have as much profit individually still are worth it in my book. And also, you do your research, you think it's going to sell for as much as you think, and it doesn't, and that's just how it is, right? Nobody knows everything in reselling, but you can definitely know a lot, enough to get consistent sales. So this is another book that came from my second store. It's called Waimea Summer. I don't know, no, I thought it was poetry, but it's not. It's by, so this is it. It has no dust jacket. Turns out it's valuable. It's a novel. John Dominus Holt. And guys, I listed this for $100 and it sold. I took an offer for $60 plus shipping. This wasn't listed that long ago. But I don't remember specifically why it's rare or why it goes for so much, but be on the lookout for it. Waimea Summer. And did I tell you the date? Let's see, it's from 1976. So this is a 50-year-old, 49-year-old book. $60, really nice. Here's another nice sale, which is this DC comic, Batman, The Killing Joke, Alan Moore, Boland and Higgins. Turns out that it's a variant cover, and this green print makes it valuable, I guess. I'm not familiar with comic books that much, but I do sell them occasionally, do the research, find out about them. And this one sold for $45 plus shipping, so a really nice sale. And this was a donation. If you remember, I had a 20-box donation back in what may have been April, I think, and was one of the most valuable, profitable donations I've had in a while. And this is a person that I've gotten donations from in the past. Over the past like 4 years, I've probably gotten 4 big donations, and I picked up all of them at their house. But they had a lot of comic books, a lot of sci-fi stuff. And this is an example of something that, do your research, and little things like this that I'm not aware of. If you do the research, you will find out that it's worth some money. And the last sale is definitely something I would never list again. 50 musical classics. It's a DVD, 5 DVDs. It sold for $3.60 plus shipping. This was from a Gaylord when I was early into going into Gaylords, buying them and trying to figure out what to sell. If you get Gaylords or pallets of mixed media, which is where this came from, which means it's mostly, depending on your source, but it's usually mostly CDs, DVDs, and then everything else is like, there might be VHS tapes, CDs, DVDs, video games, sometimes there's audiobooks, sometimes there's VHS tapes, sometimes there's cassette tapes, sometimes there's Laserdiscs, but most of it is going to be CDs and DVDs and video games. Anyway, this was early in my eBay selling career, and it's not something I would list again. One of the most important things to remember if you want to have a consistent sales machine on eBay, essentially, where you're getting, I would say, at least daily sales, is to really know what you're selling. So there's people that call themselves the everything seller, where they'll just go, whatever their sources are, they'll just buy anything. They'll sell clothes, they'll sell shoes, they'll sell comic books, they'll sell video games, they'll sell tapes, they'll sell books, they'll sell CDs, they'll sell, electronics, everything. And fine, if that works for you, go for it, right? If you have the mind for that. But I personally prefer to sell only things that I know and I'm interested in. And I love books, and I love music, and I love movies. And so that's why I stuck to these books and media, right? Have I gone into other categories? Yes, I've sold a lot of electronics, like VCRs, DVD players, that kind of thing. But I've really stuck to what I know, and it helps to build up your knowledge base so that when you are, however you source, when you're coming across inventory, you can get it through it pretty quickly. I know that these Warriors books are not worth anything individually, probably unless you have like a hardcover first edition, possibly. I don't even know if those are worth much, if it's signed, maybe. But if you have the entire series, this isn't even the entire series, if you have the entire series, it can go for good money. So, decent money. So anyway, just things like that. I know this Chuck Jones collection. I know when I see old, science fiction or fantasy hardcover books with the dust jacket, that it's worth looking up. Old math textbooks, I think, are definitely worth looking up. Johnny Cash is very popular still. Vinyl records in good condition. A set of 4 makes sense to me. So there's things that you pick up on over the years of reselling, and this is just an example of that. And also, I want to say that I don't think this is a lot of sales. It's only 10 quantity-wise, but I got some good individual sales, 2 $30 sales. I got a $60 sale. I got a $45 sale. So it starts to add up, and just keep that in mind. Everyone has different goals. Everyone has different schedules, different priorities. But if you want to build it up to significant amount, whatever that is for you, whatever significant is for you, maybe it's an extra 500 a month. Maybe, it's only an extra couple hundred. But what if you want to make 2,000 a month, 5,000? Then you just gotta focus on what's going to get you there, basically. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I am looking to make different types of videos and really not try to just put out a lot of quantity of videos, but make them in a way that I want to and I think is interesting, and about things that I think are helpful and interesting. So hopefully you enjoy them. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.